Alright, welcome everybody. We are kicking it off for this next round. We're spawning directly on top of isurus.SenDoh, the orange Terran on the right, going up against SCS.Lyra, our previous round's winner, the blue Terran in the left, taking part in the BeGosu Weekly. We're about to find out if it's a best of one or a best of three, because the players can choose to play a best of three if they so desire. Looks like they might not have been aware of that. Cool, so now they are, because you're awesome.
Lyra prefers best of three.
Will it be?
And
Ooh.
best one overrides. So, sorry to Lyra.
So it looks like SenDoh wants to get this series over with.
So SenDoh possibly has a date later tonight. Or he has some really good cheese built in that he just wants to move on with. And I'd be interested to see if SenDoh does win this, if he chooses best of one or best of three with Zai, as maybe they would like some sort of interesting rematch. And I believe it was SenDoh in the last tournament who never walled in either, despite being against any race. Zerg as well, I don't think he walled in. But he won, so, you know,
yeah,
good player.
That was honestly one of the weirdest things I've ever seen from TVZ, or just as a certain player's trademark just to not wall off. That was really odd.
And we have a gas going down before a barracks here for Lyra.
Ooh.
So going that extremely early fast gas, that right there means you can get the factory down immediately after your barracks finishes, instead of having a little bit of time where you'd actually wait. So you can get a fast factory and faster starport, so possibly Banshee, something like that. I've seen it in reactor Hellions with the blue flame, lots of things like that. And SenDoh in the meantime possibly going to expand off this. I'm not sure. He just has a barracks out with a couple marines right now that he's going to be pumping out. So interested to see what SenDoh does decide to go for. He does go for the big gas after the barracks, of course. And yep, there you can see the factory immediately going down once that barracks is finished.
Yeah.
So fast tech, fast tech.
I'm curious. We have to keep an eye on to see if Lyra's going to throw down a second gas, guys. Because if he is, that screams Cloak Banshee.
Right.
But we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. I'm also curious about SenDoh, because as you can see, the normal 1-1-1 opener is not that far behind. It's a little over 20 seconds behind. So as far as the distance goes, his starport could be finishing building, say, a Viking at the same time as the Banshee arrives from Lyra, if that's what these two players are going to be going for. Because if SenDoh scans or gets a scout in there or something and sees the fact that the starport is weirdly early, he could easily just start a Viking and he'll cover drops and he'll cover Banshee tech.
Right, and it does not look like Banshee, and I think it is going to be that Blue Flame Hellion stuff. I would hope so. I'd be really happy if I actually predicted that, because it has been a long time since I played Terran, and I think that is exactly how I would play it in this manner. So you're able to get two Hellions out about the same time that starport finishes, then you'll switch over to the tech lab, and let's see if he does, or if he is going to go for Hellion Banshee. So we'll see what he lifts off here. He's going to actually go for a Banshee, yes, but not Cloak, as he does not have gas for that at all. So a little bit of fast Hellion into Banshee play there, and in the meantime we do have Reactor Hellion coming out from SenDoh. So both players choosing for the flame burning units.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see exactly how this works out. And this is where a wall comes in handy for our Terran player Lyra.
Yeah, this is going to be a question. There we see him ready to get there. Hellion versus Hellion battles are honestly really... Ooh, we have a little bit of death to an automaton there. I think an automaton was just killed by SenDoh. That's really odd.
Whoa, BM, no need to do that.
Be
Nice
and
an expansion coming out right here from behind this for SenDoh. So it looks like he's going to also get a scout on this Banshee, and the Banshee going to be out here, but not going to have enough Marines to deal with this.
Yeah, but they are damaging the Banshee, and as far as anything go from SenDoh, he's guaranteed to lose these units. You might as well try and get a little bit out of them. And the command center is also started from Lyra, and he's swapping out his factory and starport with the tech lab. So they're going to have probably tanks coming out. I would pretty much assume that. Yeah, there's a tank.
Yep.
No siege mode yet because there's not enough gas. Because their reactor gas is on a reactor. Okay.
And a switch as well goes down for SenDoh, so also going to start moving into a more marine tank army, it looks like. And did he get any sort of upgrades? I don't think he got any upgrades for his marines.
No, but right now Lyra is
Nope.
getting a couple Hellions killed off at his front. Looks like the Banshee will barely save the life of this Hellion with so little health left, single digits. That's not exactly a lot because that's less than 10.
So Lyra actually looking to be a little bit ahead right now, I would say. He's ahead in the harvester count there by about 5 harvesters. They both have their expansions up, being morphed into orbitals. SenDoh does have his on the low ground, but Lyra ahead in that tech has the tank out a little earlier, has the starport down with the Banshees, or the Banshee and the Viking, and I don't know. So we'll have to see exactly what SenDoh transitions into here, as he does not have many producing structures at all. He just has that one barracks and one factory, and playing a little bit of level 28, I believe, of StarCraft Master there, microing the Banshee against the Marines.
I'm gonna be difficult and say it's 27 just for the fun of it.
Is it 27?
I have no idea. I'm completely making
Oh,
that
he's
up.
gonna lose this Banshee though as turrets.
Oh, dual turret shot. That was
Dual
good.
turret shot. So he tries to sneak in there, thinking he could possibly run out the back way through the mineral line or something. But no, there is a turret down, so he is not going to be able to sneak out.
The funny thing is, this turret that's on the left, I am 99.9% sure that a Banshee inside line of sight blockers could kill it off without getting attacked.
Really?
Because there's no sight, and this isn't Brood War. You don't get vision of units that
You
attack
don't
you.
get vision if you're. Oh, that's right. I'm so used to Brood War where you do get vision. And this Hellion up here gonna go ahead and give itself away for free.
Ooh.
No, it's going to make an escape. So nice reaction time by Lyra there. We will see a little Marine tank army pushing across the map. Tanks are here though, and it looks like he is going to have siege mode ready in time for this push. So both players are going to have siege mode when this gets over here. But Lyra does not have the air advantage. Or Lyra does, I mean, sorry. So SenDoh just going to be able to possibly try and contain his opponent for a tiny bit of time here, but I don't see this doing much damage at all.
Yeah, he's basically just trying to get a good position, and what he could do, it'd be very risky, but what he could do is try and take the eco advantage some more right now, because he's actually behind in workers, which is very interesting. Lyra is playing incredibly solidly. The income is pretty even, but something that could be very surprising and very good is if SenDoh just didn't attack at all and just took a third.
Yeah. And I mean, they actually were even in supply at about 34 workers from both of them. So SenDoh just fell behind in his macro and just wasn't making SCVs. And right now he has his orbital commands not making SCVs once again. There we go, just starting. So these little lapses between each SCV has just added up, and Lyra's been able to get ahead slowly. But I like seeing the two different styles here. So we are going to have mech versus bio. And it's just so fun to see the players go for different options. Just because most mirror matchups, you just see the same things. So I love seeing all different units on the field, from the Raven to the little Marine there.
Yeah,
and there we go, taking the third.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous. Both players are taking a third. The difference is that SenDoh's is later. Lyra has just now completed, so SenDoh won't even have the added benefit time of getting that orbital command started faster because of this, because Lyra's just going to lift this off right now. Lyra's going to make me a liar, but that should be lifted off right now and landed there and be turned into an orbital command.
At least made into an orbital command, even if not lifted.
Something. Use it somehow.
Yep.
He selected it before. That's what confused me. That he literally selected before. We saw the blue. There's blue circles. There we go. Finally.
And if you notice in his base, he actually has a fourth that he built as well. So we'll have to see if he tries to sneak that off somewhere to the top. Possibly for a little hidden expansion or what. And he's going to be landing a barracks to possibly pump out a couple of Marines and be annoying with over here.
He'd actually already killed off the building SCV with Hellion, I believe, because he did throw down Hellions up there, and this is stop building. So he could literally build out a Marine right now. He's trying to, and just rally it to kill off that SCV and delay the space some more, because as you can see right now, SenDoh looks like he wants to do an elevator or a drop attack or something, but I think he just realized that there's barracks inside his base and wants to take it out now.
and he'll be able to go pick it off. But he sent a lot of his units over there, and yes, we will have to see if he is going to go for some sort of elevator. In the meantime, he loses a free medevac. Tank's going to come out here and siege up. 5 tanks versus 3 tanks now. Is one of those tanks to go down. The siege is very late on these tanks, though. Oh, but it looks like he will still have the advantage and be able to do a decent amount of damage here and kill off a decent amount of units. But that could have been done a lot better, in my opinion.
Even so, Lyra, oddly enough, is better off with trading than SenDoh is when Lyra's going mech.
Right.
That's really, really unheard of, too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Since when can mech be the one doing the trading? That's just not good. Everything is happily getting roasted away. But now we're watching as SenDoh's going to need to pull off some amazing positioning to take this out. We're going to see that there's a siege mode that Hellions are going to get killed in a second.
Yeah, bye-bye Hellions. And they almost all go down. An SCV transfer coming over here, huge, almost. So just barely managing to save that. And he's going to get a siege up, though, and so he's going to be able to snipe off all these tanks right here, as he does have the range advantage. He's going to snipe every one of these tanks, it looks like. But these Hellions going to be taking some damage, but able to do a decent job cleaning that up. And so this third base is probably going to go down here pretty soon, I would imagine, and these Marines most likely get cleaned up. But it looks like SenDoh trying to do some strange contain, and Lyra landing that 4th base. So gonna be a little sneaky right there, and we'll see how much he can get out of that.
Yeah, this is looking to be very interesting. I'm kind of perplexed as to how this is going on. I'd be expecting SenDoh to be taking the bases and to be ahead in the food, but Lyra is slightly ahead in the food count. He's ahead by a base. He just called down 5 mules to this leftmost base, and to be honest, I would be surprised if he doesn't even transfer SCVs, so he might make me a liar and transfer SCVs anyway.
Right. And huge blue flame's going to be able to take out a decent amount of Marines right there. And, I mean, the big thing is, SenDoh has the mobility because he has this bio army, but he's not doing any drops or anything with it. And looks like just as I say that, he's going to come up here and try and do some drops. And turrets around there, he's going to avoid those, but Vikings coming in, able to pick off so many of those units. Holy crap, so well done right there by Lyra. And he just sniped off, I don't even want to, like, guess how much, like 2,000 resources worth of units.
Well, let's see, it was 16 Marines.
Only like
so that's
16 Marines and 2
minerals.
medevacs.
That's 1,200 resources.
Right, so 1,200 resources, and basically traded like maybe 1 Viking went down or something, 1 Hellion, I don't know. But a huge loss right there for SenDoh, and I guess that's why he doesn't drop, because his opponent was spot on with those Vikings. And here we go, we're going to have Hellion run by once again. He's going to be able to stop it, though. He's going to have those tanks and Marauders there in time. So,
but
possibly
still going to get a little bit of damage done, and by a little bit of damage, I mean I really mean a little bit of damage.
Yep.
Looks like there was maybe 4 SCVs lost. Unless
And
those
this
were the Hellions
Marine,
that I selected.
the Marine scouts the hidden base over here as he chases an SCV who is going for a transfer. So it looks like SenDoh going to go now charge over for that base, but our player Lyra does scout that he is coming, so he's going to send some Hellions over to deal with the Marine. But it looks like he's just going to have to lift this base up, sack a few SCVs, and say okay. But in the meantime, he's going to be losing all of these Hellions right here.
Yeah, 7 Hellions.
Oh, and possibly this base.
Orbital,
yes,
lift off. Orbital, he's going to lose it. He will lose it. There are Marines down here and everything.
No, he doesn't lift it at all. So his attention focused elsewhere, and he is going to lose that entire base right there.
Wait a second. I thought he was going to run it. I'm sorry, he ran Hellions out, so I was like, oh, cool, he'll harass while he loses everything. But instead, he's just going to
pocket them behind a mineral patch.
Yeah.
And a huge push coming out, though, now from Lyra. So Lyra looking to meet this army, possibly getting a siege up, but his opponent's going to have the watchtower. So, interesting choice. I'm not quite sure, and it looks like SenDoh just going to say, okay, I'm just going to go around and possibly get into your third and then do a siege up there. Does his opponent see it? Yes, he does, so he gets a scan, and he should be able to start sieging up to deal with this, but a lot of Marauders in that army. Big siege goes up, though, so a decent amount of damage going to be done, but I'm not quite sure which way this is going to go right here, or who has the advantage. It looks like
Banshee. There we go. That's going to immediately make the advantage down there. We are going to watch as a lot of SCVs down here in the bottom are dying, but right now, that Banshee is so key right now. You can see it's going to force either Unsheet or Unseat, just kill off every single one of these. It's going to kill every single one of those tanks.
But please take a quick look at your income tab and tell me.
Yeah, we're down to 32.79 cents. Oh my god.
So huge SCV losses there for Lyra after losing that third base and fourth base, or the fourth base completely, and then all the SCVs on third base. So it's way down in the harvester count. And SenDoh is just going to be able to max up an army so much faster here. Yeah. And I'm now really concerned for Lyra. Despite having that good cloaked Banshee right there, he just lost so many SCVs.
Okay, unfortunately, this is a point that I literally forgot to make in the midst of all the talking, the attack moving in. But when SenDoh is taking down that fourth and investing his entire army into that, that really showed an indication that he actually wants to starve out Lyra. He doesn't really care what Lyra does, whether it's mech, which is good at max, or anything. He just wants to starve Lyra. He knows that Lyra is not very mobile, because as you can see, 16 tanks are probably more than 16 tanks now are going to be on the field and everything, just dancing around. SenDoh's going for more bio, Marines, Marauders, everything along with tanks, but he can stim, he can run, he can sprint, he can drop. He's got all those options that Lyra doesn't. Lyra's natural's almost mined out, so is SenDoh's, but SenDoh's third's a little better off than Lyra's third, and SenDoh can just work on taking out another base, and he honestly would be better off taking the middle base, and just continuing to macro like this, and he's taking out all of Lyra's mobile units, the air units, the Vikings, the Banshees, all of that.
Wow.
Completely free.
Look at all these Vikings that SenDoh has right here.
Yeah.
Just kind of chilling up top saying, hey, I own the air right now, and whoever owns air in this matchup definitely has the upper hand.
Oh, but okay, these Vikings are going to... okay, after this battle, I'll talk about this. Now we're seeing as a lot of units are coming in and dying. SenDoh is probably going to lose all these tanks. There we go, see them go down. The Marauders could have been run. They were not actually run away. But okay, the importance of these Vikings. Lyra is now, because he has no chance of getting air, his siege tanks can only get range if they scan.
Yep.
So we have all those non-mules in a starvation game right now, and SenDoh, look at him getting a Banshee.
I was going to say, look at that, a Banshee coming out now just to kind of screw with his opponent.
He can even land Vikings individually to take down the tanks via their own siege fire, or just kill them because they're inside the range. And now we're seeing a siege up by SenDoh first, as all those guys are moving down there. We have everything attacking. There are the Vikings landing, dealing with everything. The unsiege on that tanks is hurting them so much. SenDoh's in a great position to just run away. And he's going to do that. He can just, I hope he's doing that. There we go, he actually is doing that. Good.
Yeah, and this Banshee right here, now, just as Lyra was having the Banshee do so much damage before, now all this damage right here from SenDoh, from the Banshee, and GG. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
SenDoh moves forward.